Hello to everyone, Augusto Giron. Last couple of days, some people from Colombia asked me to go to a lunch. They belong to an association called Colombia Es here in Florence. And my mother and my sister one time, some years ago, they went to Colombia, and this is a Colombian hat, if we can put it that way. And now that here in Italy, summer has arrived, there is hot all around us. And I wanted to show you this beautiful hat. Now, we conclude today this idea of how we can obtain the promises of God. If you remember, we're speaking about that through faith we can overcome, achieve the promises of God that we see in the scripture. When they become alive to us and we do not have them, there has to be a walk the walk. We have to work at it in order to arrive and to achieve that. But there is a key verse where it speaks that Abraham was able to reach out. He was able to land in the promise because he was macro-temperate. Just like the glass, he went through a process of suffering and having patience in order to obtain the promise. And the promise of Abraham was that he was to have a child. You will remember that he was around his 90s when he was promised to have a child. But it seems like 10 years later, he was able to obtain the promise. That it doesn't mean that all of us we're going to have to wait 10 years. No. God sometimes next day, next month, next year, next 3 years, next 5 years, next 10 years, He will allow us to reach out to achieve His promise. But that verse is very important. I will leave you in the descriptions 8 verses where this word is used. Macro-temperate, so that you can relate it and take a look to this idea, because this is, I think, a secret in order for us to reach out the promises of God. Thank you for watching. Next time, and we will arrive to the 4 element that it will be very, very interesting. Would you like to be able to stop the mouth or to quench the mouths of lions?